Hey guys, what's up? Ryan here, and for the first time ever, I am bringing you guys a post-narrated Pokemon Showdown battle. Now, like I said in the channel update I posted recently, the reason I'm doing Showdown is simply because I don't have a DS and I don't have Wi-Fi. So simulators are pretty fun. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to record some yellow today, but I just didn't have the time. But the weekend's coming up, and I do have an English paper to work on, but hopefully I will find some time to get some recording done, and it'll just be fun. So, let's look at the teams. On my end, we have a Choice Banded Dragonite, because it goes well with Sun, a standard defensive Fortress, because I need Rapid Spin, and it's nice to have hazards and stuff. Especially defensive Heatran, because I needed something to counter Sun, etc. blah. Modest Life Orb Kingdra to help take on rain teams much better, because I can use Swift Swim if they set up rain, and it also has HP Fire and to spam outside of rain, and Hydro Pump to spam in rain. Anyway, we have a weird Ninetales set. It's like offensive support, I guess you could say. It's got Sunny Day, Fire Blast, Will-O-Wisp, and HP Ground with max special attack, max speed, and 4 special defense, I think. It can kind of take special hits, but not really. That's more Heatran's job. And it's mainly there to keep the sunlight going. It can Will-O-Wisp things that aren't expecting it. And some boosted Fire Blast, coming off of 100 base special attack, isn't too bad. And last, but certainly not least, we have my awesome Venusaur here. Standard, well, not even standard. It's got a few attack EVs and Earthquake because it doesn't like fire types and Heatran and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So looking at his team, threats on his end. That Cloyster Smashes, it can be a real pain in the ass because, you know, Shell Smash is generally a bad thing. Breloom, as you are going to see, is going to be quite problematic. Terrakion can be a problem just in general, and Landorus I should be okayed with. So without further ado, let's get into this. So I lead off with Ninetales, and I have it set to really slow. Maybe I should speed it up. Yeah, I'm going to put it on slow. There we go. He leads off with Terrakion. I get my Sun up, and he's got a Terrakion in my face. So he's going to go for Stone Edge and miss, which is really unfortunate. Going to come into play as you'll see later, and I'm going to burn that thing because I don't like Terrakions. Now, I'm still assuming Choiced or Sub-Salic, so I'm going to make the safe switch into Fortress, so I can take any hit whatsoever, and we should be good to go. As he is actually going to decide to set up Stealth Rocks. Not really sure why, but, you know, you do what you like. He takes burn damage. Obviously, this is a Sun team, hazards are bad. He's going to taunt me to prevent me from setting mine up, but I only brought this in, well, I really brought this in to take hits, but now I can spin while I'm here. So, I figure he's going to make a switch of some kind as he's staring me in the face with his Terrakion. But he actually decides to set up rocks again, as I'm just going to bulk switch out, because I figured he wouldn't be dumb and try to set up rocks again. But, you know, overestimating my opponent. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I just thought he would switch. So, there you go. Yeah, I have Kingdra in now. I can take any hit because he's burned. But like I said, this is the Sun team, doesn't like hazards, and I really don't want them up. So he's going to go into his Victini, predicting my switch into Fortress. And I make a really stupid switch after this. I have it set to slow. Maybe I should speed it up a little. Yeah. So I make the switch into Fortress because I'm dumb. And then I accidentally switch into Dragonite. I don't know why the hell I did that. I meant to go into Heatran, but for some reason I just clicked Dragonite. Go figure, I don't know. But there goes my multi-scale as he's just going to U-turn, get some initiative, and he opts to go into Landorus, I believe. Yes, he does. So now he's got a goddamn Landorus staring me in the face, and I'm like, hey, I'm a Dragonite, I'm Choice Banded, that's extreme speed, as it does nothing to this Landorus, and he's able to just take me out right there with HPS. So I just lost my Dragonite for no real reason, and it would have helped out a lot later in this battle. So I'm going to make the switch in my Venusaur, because I outspeed everything, etc. blah. He probably predicted Sleep Powder here as he goes into his Burn Terrakion, but instead I'm just going to set up for growth, because, you know, free growth, why not? Looking pretty good here, as I'm just going to decide to Giga Drain the following turn and get this fucking Terrakion out of my sight. I really shouldn't have set up though, because I completely forgot he does have a Latios, and Latioses are generally bad. But it's fine, I do have a Heatran, and I think I switch into that right now. Let's see here. No, I switch into Fortress. That was a really questionable play, simply because he could have simply gone for HP Fire and roasted me. So I don't know why I did that. Maybe it's just because I'm dumb. But either way, he goes for the safe play, goes for the Side Shock, and I'm gonna be able to freely Rapid Spin, which is nice. So I spin away the rocks as he goes into Breloom. I don't want anything but Fortress to take the Spore, which is very obvious, so I'm just gonna stay in and take it, because that's what Fortress is here for. It absorbs status. So now I figure I can go into Kingdra, as he more than likely will Swords Dance, because that's generally what Breloom, Techniloom tend to do these days, because I don't see Toxic Orb. So I make the safe switch into Kingdra, who can probably take a Mach Punch and then KO back, but he low sweeps. And that was just a slap to the face to me, because fucking low sweep, man, who runs that anymore? So he's able to lower my speed with the low sweep, and of course take me out the following turn, which sucks. I mean, it's not the most common set, but it worked out for him. So I'm kind of mad about that, and I go into Ninetales, because I figure Sun Boosted Fire Blast is going to hurt something, and I'm expecting him to go to Victini, but for some reason he switches into Cloyster and just dies straight up, because Cloyster doesn't exactly have good special defense. So that's one dead-ass Cloyster, which is really good. Now he's going to go into his Landorus, which has HP Ice, and because he didn't change his IVs, and he has the 30 EV HP Ice, it's going to be a speed tie, and I'll easily take that out with a Sun Boosted Fire Blast as well. And now he finally makes a smart play and goes into his Latios, although personally I would have gone to Victini to scare me out. So I have to make the switch into Heatran here. I cannot let Ninetales die. It's putting in way too much work as he decides to Draco, and Heatran takes that like a monster. I'm not seeing an item, so I'm assuming he's Choice, but looking at that damage, he's probably Scarf, simply because my Heatran, it is specially defensive, but Latios has some really good special attack. So he makes the switch into Victini. I'm just going to Lava Plume, trying to hit the Latios, but I get a crit. It really doesn't matter in the slightest, as you'll see later. I don't know what this wants to do, but I'm pretty sure it's Choice, because that's just what Victini tend to be. So I'm going to go for the Protect, and he opts to go for the Fusion Bolt. Now, I know Heatran can easily sponge that, because it's a Heatran. It's what it does. So I'm assuming he's going to like switch into Breloom or something, although really he shouldn't. I don't know why. I just thought he would switch. So I stay in, I Lava Plume, but I don't want to give him a free switch, if that makes any sense. So I decided the next best thing, because he seems to be choice locked into the Fusion Bolt, is to go into my Fortress. Now, Fortress here can easily sponge Fusion Bolts all day. That's just what it does. And looking at that damage, he's probably got this Victini as another Scarfer. So we're just going to be here a while. Just going to keep sponging the Fusion Bolts, as you do with a Fortress, because that's what Fortress does. Absorbs those physical hits all day, every day. No problem there. Now, he's just going to keep spamming it because he's probably trying to fodder this Victini, so I'm just going to stay in and keep trying to go for Gyro Ball, I think. Let's see here. No, I Volt Switch out. Why did I do that? Well, whatever the case, I did Volt Switch out, so I'm going to go into my Venusaur, I believe. Yes, I do. Because I've threatened that thing out with HP Fire, because Breloom is fucking annoying, as we all know. So now, he's got the Latios in versus my Venusaur, and I'm thinking, I really don't need this anymore. I have two other Fire types and a Fortress. I'm more than prepared to deal with the rest of his team, as I just go for HP Fire. So I go for it again, but he outspeeds me in the sun, so he's definitely Choice Scarf, like I thought he was earlier, and if I switch into either of my Steel types, I'll be golden. So, go into Heatran, and I put him in a predicament where he's forced to sack Victini, which is always good. So he does just go ahead and sack the Victini, and I'm okay with this. Now, the battle's getting really down to the wire here. I have 3 left as opposed to his 2, but his 2 have pretty good synergy together, because what one can't kill, the other does, and so on and so forth. So he goes into the Breloom. I know the Spore is coming. Well, actually, no. Well, yeah, the spore has to be coming, or at least I think it is. So I'm going to switch into my fortress, but instead of going for spore, he decides to go for Mach Punch. This probably cost him the match. Because, as you'll see, of course he's going to spore me because he's a Breloom, and that's the thing that Breloom does. Quite annoying, can't do much about it. So he's going to go ahead, hit me with that spore, put me to sleep, and I get my 1 guaranteed turn of sleep. Now, he's going to go for low sleep, thinking that I'm going to switch, although I don't know why he would think that, and I'm just going to stay in and try to get the first turn wake. And I do get the first turn wake, get to hit that thing with a gyro ball, and it's a boosted one because he lowered my speed, and down goes that big ass threat Breloom. Fortress, putting in work, man. And he's not too happy about that, as he goes into his Latios, and it's choice, so it doesn't matter what it goes for. Heatran can deal with it. He goes for Surf. I don't know why, we're in the sun, but he goes for Surf over like Psyshock or something. And I'm just going to stay in Gyro Ball. But I decided, you know what, man, Fortress put in some pretty good work this game. I can't let my Fortress die. He's just too good. So I'm going to make the safe switch into my Heatran, who is specially defensive and will take absolutely nothing from that Surf. Just laughing it off, as I am going to seal the game with the one and only Lava Plume, because this is a Heatran. And he actually decides to forfeit here, you know, run instead of just giving me the win. And he calls me pathetic, says I won because of hacks, blah blah blah. And I guess that's a matter of opinion. Now, if he had gotten killed my Ninetales, the battle could have gone way differently, but at the same time, if I hadn't misclicked and lost my Dragonite so early, the battle would also have turned out a lot different, and I probably wouldn't have lost it to that stupid-ass Landorus of his way earlier on. He was kind of a bad sport about it, called me lucky garbage, left. I mean, I'll flash that image on the screen or something. Either way, that's going to be the game in my favor, so GG BW2 is bad. And really, it was a pretty good game, I thought. I'm probably just saying that because I won, and I did get kind of lucky here. But at the same time, hacks happens, and you can't really rage over it. So that's going to be the match, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and please let me know if you'd like to see more. I have a few other teams I'd love to play some games with. And yeah, that'll about do it for me. So rate, comment, sub, do what you like, share, I don't know. And I'll hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.